here's the thing is buyers beware, you know what I mean? Because they take pictures of areas like this that aren't that bad and they throw it on there. But in reality, like, 100% could save it. But I'd say open up this wall, open up the floor plan in here, put in LVLs, replace the floor where it's burnt that they didn't do. 100% of the floor has to come out. All of it's got to come out. All of this has to come out. So you really can't see it in some of the videos, but this building has sustained such water damage from the roof that, 85% of the walls are water damaged. You can't really see it in the videos, but there's either mold or water damage present in 85% of this building. So the stairs need rehab. The walls got mold in them. So here's what happens when you spray a mold killer on it. A lot of times I've seen mold turn white when you put the mold killer on it. So I'm going to assume somebody sprayed some kind of a chemical on it. Most of the time when you see mold turn white like that, it's usually a sign that somebody's already sprayed it with a mold killer. All mold's usually black. Not all mold is black mold, But when you see it turn white like that, it's usually a sign that somebody's already sprayed it with a mold killer. To tell if it's dangerous black mold, you have to have your local health department test it. The floors are rotted, the walls, the lath and plaster is just soaked. You know what I mean? And in the video, you can't see it a lot, but it's there. You know what I mean? If you go through and you feel the walls, you look at the walls, the porch is in such a bad state of decay that really to support the roof and take your time to support it and change out the boards and everything, like honestly, there might be 2 boards on that whole roof that's not rotted. You know what I mean? So in reality, for what you got for time and everything to support it and try to change it out and do all that, it's faster and more time efficient and more cost efficient to just knock the whole porch off and just rebuild a new one. It's just so far gone. You know what I mean? Almost 80% of this building is so far gone. I mean, it's got a good shell and you can fix it, but it's a major freaking undertaking for this building. You could try to save some of it, but if you feel it, there's so much moisture in this house, you need to open it up to dry it out. There's been years of water leaks. Nice big closet. Huge closet. This is bedroom 2, I'd say. I'd say kids' room, probably this one as well. Well, the roof there on that. So this is over the windows downstairs. So the condition of that roof tells us why the walls in the dining room downstairs are ruined, because that porch. So this is a 100% rehab. Yeah, water's leaking through the main roof right here, right now. Well, we can get into the attic and see bedroom number 3. Nice big house, beautiful house. It can definitely, man, I would love to save this thing. I'd hate to see him knock it down. But it's going to take a lot of money. The cost of rebuilding this house would be quite a lot. To get to where we're at right now, we're already 170, 180,000. This is like what they used to have as an upstairs kitchen. More than likely, it wasn't something that was permitted. Probably code enforcement and other people didn't realize they put a kitchen in the upstairs, which they probably had it as 2 units. So they were renting the upstairs as 1 unit and renting the downstairs as another unit, and probably just including all the electric and gas and everything all in one. They frown on that kind of stuff. No, I got another bathroom in here. I think they fully intended on this being a duplex, but I didn't see the electric separated into two.
Oh, she was saying they want to make this into
An Airbnb. Oh yeah, it would make a nice one. All the back porch has to be redone. It's completely shot. The roofs are shot. The backyard needs cleaned. You could make that a nice backyard. Put a little sit area out there with a fire pit around it, and make the deck go all the way right to the backyard. That'd be perfect. A beautiful spot to sit out there. Let's go see what the attic has. Complete bathroom gut again here. You know, there's nothing in this house that you can save. I wouldn't try to save it. I would 100% gut it. It's a good, solid house, but it needs 100% gutted. 100%. Be careful on the stairs that we don't fall through, boys. Let's go see what's leaking. Hello! Wow. So, this is a huge place. You could even put a bedroom up here. You really could. You could actually put a space up here. It is full of garbage, huh? Well, the roof's up here, nothing looks bad. No fire damage. It's got a good solid structure to it. Yeah, right. So it was used as 2 units, but I didn't see it metered or segregated. You know what I mean? I don't think it was done correctly. I don't think it was done right. So you'd have to go through everything 100%. But the roof over here is leaking. Hello, make yourself known if you're living up here. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Yeah, the roof's leaking over here in this valley really bad. So the roof needs done right away before. That's the big thing. If you get the roof done in this house, you'll be able to save it. If you don't, this house will be trash because the water damage is going to cause a huge problem. But it's a beautiful house. Beautiful old house. And it needs a lot of work. And all this insulation is water damaged. Got to take it all out. It's all wet. Put new baffles in it. You could actually put the right heating systems in here and change the heater. You could actually put a room upstairs here. You know what I mean? You could put like the sweetheart loft upstairs. You know, it's a nice house. It's got good solid structure to it, other than where the fire was. All the walls, there's just so much moisture built up in this house because of the roof leaking. The floors are rotting. You know what I mean? It obviously 100% needs completely rehabbed. Got it. Every inch of it. Got it. You know what I mean? Strip it right back to the bare studs. Right back to the bare bones with it.
I try to colors the ends up.
This is it's so bad. It's so bad that it's like, this is hard to even say it's an inspection. You know, here's the thing is, buyers beware. You know what I mean? Because they take pictures of areas like this that aren't that bad, and they throw it on there. But in reality, like, it's bad. It's so bad, it's worth saving if you got a lot of money and you want a big house. Oh yeah, that stained glass worth some money, probably $500. But you know, they're not going to want to keep this big old front door. It's covered in lead. You know what I mean? It's completely lead-based paint everywhere in it. It's old. All the floors have to go because of the wall damage and the water damage. All this lath and plaster is going to have to come out. You're going to have to re-drywall it all. Like this wall here, how this wood's here, I'm sure that a lot of this can stay. And you could put some zip strip on this and strip the wall and, go over it. It looks like they redid all the electric already. So your electric and plumbing is a little bit ahead of the game because you got some new plumbing and you got new electric. You know what I mean? So you are ahead with that because electric's a big cost. But you have to completely gut this place. The basement was pretty solid. As far as like if you were looking for a house to rehab, it's got solid foundation. The actually looks great down there. The rim joist, yeah, other than where the fire was at, the rim joists, everything looks solid. All that. The floor joists are all new in the one area. So, yeah, the electrical. So they have it as 2 apartments. So there's 2 mailboxes, but I didn't notice any 2 electrical boxes. The outside looks good. It needs all new porch. Everything. 100% need a new porch. I wouldn't walk in that side because you might be stuck under that. So it needs a new porch. Oh, the gas was separated. Well, in downstairs, there's something missing downstairs where that gas was cut out. So something in the basement's going on with the gas where it was separated. But I'd cut these bushes out. New landscaping, patio blocks around this, you know what I mean? Maybe a little koi pond on this side or something. You got to make this an area that you're going to walk through. All of this has got to be redone. See all the shingles and the fascia. And look how you're starting to get damage in the brick. If you get this saved now, you'd save it. But the chimney I'd scrap. I don't even know if it would be worth trying to save it. You know what I mean? It's falling apart. Huh? Look at it, how bad it is. Look at the bottom of it. It needs repointed. Repointing is re-put mortar in between the bricks, in the cracks. The whole chimney, if it was to stay, needs repointed. I mean, you could refix it. I know the right mason that can do it. But that wall right there is buckling. All the chinking's gone out of it. Chinking's just something to fill cracks, basically. I mean, they call it several other things. I can't think of the names off the top of my head, but fill in the cracks, like how all the mortar's missing in the cracks. Chinking fills the cracks. See that wall is kicked out? That whole upper wall? That's from water damage for so many years. It's got a 2-inch freaking thing on it. I wouldn't pay more than 10 grand for this place. Oh yeah, that whole wall's got to come off. The chimney probably come down. You got to get scaffolding stood up here. You're talking right there is 25 grand. To do all that chimney and all that brickwork, that's $25,000 worth of work. There's no way you could do it for less than that. But you could make this a hell of an Airbnb. The backyard goes up into this up here. I'd do is just build this where it was a patio. Yeah, I would like to see some of that yard cut out. I'd definitely add a retaining wall and a nice sitting area outside in the backyard. You got back here. Look at all this brickwork. Now see, you'd have to 100% tear this thing apart. It would be a good shell to start with. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a good shell to start with. But it's a lot of work. A lot of work. That's what I'd do is run everything off that chimney and eliminate the other one. Right? Run everything off this back chimney right there and eliminate the other one. Yeah, you're really brave walking on that. Just for a couple of shots. Yeah, I think this inspection ain't much of... Huh? Oh, yeah. Kitty Wampus. That's more than Kitty Wampus. That whole wall's like that. Look down this wall right here. Get a shot of down that wall. Up. Come over here. Let me show you what I'm looking at. See that whole wall right there?
Was
That whole wall is, yeah. That was a bad wall. Bad. The roof's got to come off. It's a 100. You could do it, but you're talking a lot of money. Lot of money. The house would take at least 200 to 250,000 to completely redo. But if you were to build the house all new, it'd be closer to 500,000.